Hi, it's Chris from Page North, and today we're going to be talking about Facebook captions and specifically how captions can truncate. So for today's demonstration, I've chosen an article from the Guardian newspaper. This is an article about a golfer called Lynn Grant, but I'm going to take the link and I'm going to get started on creating the main body of the post, which is an article that you would want your audience member to click on. Now, this needs a caption. The truncation limits vary, so what you want to do is be within what I call a safe space of around 80 characters. There's a fantastic tool that I've discovered by Sprout Social. This gives you the character limits of the various platforms. So this will show you the limits of Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. So today we're talking about Facebook. Now, some people ask the question, and there's plenty of articles online if you search for them, what is the correct length for a Facebook post? The correct answer to that is that there is no optimum Facebook post length. It really does depend on your audience, what the subject matter is, how well written your post is, etc. There are just all sorts of facets that go into a good Facebook post. So with this tool, you just type your caption. So for these purposes, we're just gonna repeatedly type a load of nonsense. There you go. You are in the perfect zone. This is what Sprout Social deems to be the ideal length of a Facebook post. Previously, it was saying there 38 characters is too short in their view. But now you're in the perfect zone. And pretty soon, now that we're in the 70s, I reckon it's got, there we go. 79 characters is still within the perfect zone, but 80 characters is not. What they've not taken into account though is truncation. It's where there comes a character limit depending on the device that the person is viewing the caption on. There comes a point where it generates a see more button. For a good Facebook post that's going to be effective, you really want to get all of the pertinent information in the caption before it truncates. Because if you can imagine anybody scrolling through their Facebook feed, there's a lot going on, all sorts of things happening, and to be able to stand out, you've got to have a good photo, you've got to have an intriguing caption, but for somebody to do what you want them to do, it's just so important to get the essential, important information of your message in there before it truncates so that people can see it. They don't have to click on the see more button. They know what your caption is about. Now, if we just copy the headline, we'll go back to Facebook and we paste this in. That's not going to truncate because that's not over 79 characters. Let's paste it in here. There we go, 77. Let's add a full stop there just to keep things all proper. That's 78 characters for this particular headline. So that would be a good caption, I would say. But let's see what happens if we write any more. So I'm going to extend this caption. I'm just going to stick to the official lines. Let's take this part to make a longer caption. Let's post this and see how it renders on a mobile. Okay, so that one is still in the safe zone. So here's how it renders on an iPhone 12, for example. So this caption is okay on a desktop, and it's also okay on an iPhone 12, which we're using just for demonstration purposes today. So let's delete this post. So let's have a look at what happens if we make it a bit longer. So I'm going to set up the post again. Let's take that link out. Now let's take all of this and see what happens. Now let's just check in the Sprout Social tool how many characters this is. This is 204 characters, so there you go, as it says on the screen, longer than recommended. So let's post this now and let's see how it renders on a desktop. So let's have a look. So there you go, on a desktop, we're still okay. It's not truncating on a desktop version, but let's have a look at the iPhone 12. And there you go, it's truncating on the word mixed now. So this caption is too long. You'll find a lot of articles telling you about the importance of truncation or trying to avoid it, in fact, which is what I've been trying to demonstrate today. That truncation, it does vary on different devices, as I've alluded to previously, and in this case, of course, it truncated on the word mixed. So something to keep in mind next time you're doing a Facebook post. If you want to get all of the important information in there before the see more button, then this tool from Sprout Social, it's a really easy one to use. It's free, and you can see exactly how many characters you're posting. In general, you want to try and be within 80 characters. So that's it. Hopefully you've learned a little bit about truncation today. So next time you're doing a Facebook post, try and remember to keep the most pertinent information in the caption first before the caption truncates, before it generates that see more button.